All right, what's up, y'all? We're playing that new, who is this guy? Young Mosey?
Little Mosey.
Little Mosey. This guy's pretty dope, man. All right, let me set up shop here. Got the whole team working in here late night. We also got the Golden State game going on. Hope you guys are having an amazing Thursday, by the way. Super excited to be able to host this, especially considering the fact that we're inviting everybody from all of our programs, whether it be our inner circle, in our eComm incubator mastermind, or if you have bought or invested into any of our softwares as well. So we pretty much just invited everyone. This is the first time we're having it, so hopefully a good amount of people show up. But regardless, though, we're gonna start having these every single Thursday. All right, you guys are gonna hop on with us here live, and we're gonna start off just hosting him, Juan and I. But essentially, what we want to do, Nick, would you mind closing that door, please? Thank you. What we want to essentially do is also be able to bring on some of our friends, some people, mentors that we're also interviewing, part of our podcast. By the way, thank you guys so much for any of you that have been sharing our podcast, hopping on, engaging, and just showing or giving feedback. It's always amazing, especially when we see that you guys are actually getting value out of it. All right, now what I want to go ahead and do is I want to cover, all right, how you can profit big during the holidays and take advantage, right? Profit big during the holiday season with your e-commerce business, and just literally just turn that holiday passion into a profit. All right, so all right, this one is not right. Let me see. Let's see this one is. Here. So there is literally a handful, all right? There is a handful. I'm sorry if you guys can't see my writing. I'm gonna do my best to, and Jimmy's not here right now, so if he was, he would totally help me set this up a lot better. But since he's not here, I'm just gonna set it up this way. I know the writing is gonna be reversed, but just stay patient with me, all right? I'm gonna make sure that I explain everything that I'm writing down, so just in case you guys can't read it, you can still understand, all right? And feel free to drop any questions in there. Definitely open to questions. We want to make this more of an engaging type of environment. So with that being said, this is exclusive for you guys, all right? There's no sales pitch here. You guys don't got to worry, all right? All we're going to do is just mastermind here, all right? And these are things that we're talking about, that we were talking about with Dan Fleischman earlier, right? I'm sure a lot of you guys know Dan Fleischman. He is the youngest person to take a company public, right? He's at the age of 23. And ever since that point, I mean, he's just been dominating the e-commerce space. And I can't wait to share that podcast with you guys, over the next few days. We got one with Mark Brazil dropping, which is going to be absolutely amazing. He's created one of the biggest poster or just canvas, art canvas sites or companies literally in the world. And it's kind of hot in here right now. Is it just me?
I think it's you, bro.
For real?
It's getting hot in here.
LA time. So in Boston right now, it's like rain. It's snowing. But that's where I originally grew up. So it's kind of dope every winter time. I get to call my parents and kind of joke at them, or call up my brothers and joke at them like, hey, it's like got the sunshine over here, But anyways. All right. Anyways, guys. So let's go ahead and name off some of these holidays that are coming up. All right, because it's not only Christmas. It's not only Black Friday. And I actually went ahead and pulled up an article here to just literally, because there's so many holidays coming up that it's honestly insane. So, you got, let's see, by the way, my birthday's on the 23rd. I know it's not a holiday, but it is to me. And that's also when Black Friday happens, all right, November 23rd. So Black Friday is obviously the big, the first big type of holiday that's really meant for shopping, right? And the reason why they call it Black Friday, for those of you guys that don't know, is because for the whole year, right, these e-commerce businesses, Black Friday, right? Black Friday The reason why they call it Black Friday is because for the whole year, companies are in the red. And what that means is that they're losing money, right? Or they haven't been profitable for the first 3 quarters. And it's actually pretty normal for businesses to struggle for the first 3 quarters. And then in the last quarter, right, during the holiday season where people are just shopping, you know, in ridiculous amounts, that's when they go ahead and go from the red to the black, which is like the break even. And then obviously the green is going to be, you know, when they're profitable. So this is that last, again, that fourth quarter is really what makes a lot of businesses in terms of being able to report profits. It's that last quarter, you know, of the year. So again, Black Friday is the first one. And we're going to talk about how you can go ahead and tailor your marketing specific to each one of these days. But since they are one right after each other, you got to be able to you know, adapt quickly, right? So November 24th, you got Small Business Saturday, right? Which is where, you know, it's encouraged to support small businesses. So obviously if you have your own e-commerce store, you are a small business, all right? You are a small business. And it's days like these where, you know, again, people like are almost kind of open to buying from new brands or new type of businesses they've never bought from before. And so that's when it's your chance to also acquire some new customers because their fear is a little bit lower and they're also more accepted of, you know, smaller businesses. Now, November 26th, you got Cyber Monday, all right? Cyber Monday, you know, obviously it's all about the e-commerce space, all about sales that are happening online. And so that's November 22nd. Then we go into December, we got Green Monday. And what is Green Monday, you ask? Only the best online sales day in December, at least according to eBay when they coined the term in 2007. Green Monday is the last Monday with at least 10 days prior to Christmas, and the week of 10th or 14th will likely be your most productive week in December. December 22nd is Panic Saturday. That's a day where, you know, companies or businesses promise that, hey, if you are in a rush, right, if you're panicking to get your loved one a gift, if you buy it today at this special rate, we'll make sure you get it before Christmas, right? Which is going to be the 23rd or 25th. I don't celebrate Christmas. 25th, right? Yeah, I don't celebrate Christmas, so excuse me for that. So Christmas Day obviously is the 25th. 26th is Boxing Day. So Boxing Week is being dubbed as Cyber Week the second, and that many folks got gifts they didn't want, so they are returning them. All right, so that's the point where people are returning the gift and then getting stuff that they actually wanted. Then December 31st is New Year's Eve, and that's also when tons and tons of stuff go on sale. You know, it's even more on sale than when they were on Black Friday, because it's the truth of the matter is that some of these companies or businesses just overstock and they overestimate the numbers that they're going to be able to produce. So at the end of the year, they do this massive sale, and it's actually pretty funny because growing up in Algeria, you know, there was none of these, obviously none of these holidays, right? So when we come to America and my mom started realizing that the most sales happen during New Year's or after New Year's, after the holiday season, my mom wouldn't, you know, buy me anything during the holiday season. Well, obviously we didn't celebrate it, so there was no need to do that, but she'd say, hey, she was smart enough to catch on that trend to let me know, hey, look, like the real sales happen after the holiday season. But the reason why a lot of people buy during the holiday season is because they need to give those gifts, right? They need to give their family, their friends, their coworkers gifts, all right? And so that's really what it comes down to. That's essentially what you're gonna be providing people with in this quarter is gifts, all right? That's literally what it comes down to, okay? When people are, maybe Black Friday might be a little bit of a selfish type of, you know, holiday where people kind of buy themselves stuff, which is natural, right? But really, in this quarter, people are going to be mostly focused on buying other people things, right? So I want you guys to kind of, you know, just really, really take in the process that you're going through when you're buying gifts for your own family and your friends, right? And so the thing that we want to focus on here is obviously the profitable product index. Now, let me go ahead and just raise this up so I can lower it. All right. You guys can see that clearly here. Again, I wish I had Jimmy out here. Let me set this bad for you.
We're not doing it through Zoom, we're not doing YouTube?
Yeah, we're only doing YouTube because they don't cap us off here and they don't just kind of shut us down. Zoom only does 40 minutes. Hey, I hope you guys like YouTube, right? These YouTube lives, it's private, so nobody else can access it unless they get the private link through the members area. Yeah. So it's pretty neat. I mean, we can see everything from the comments. Again, be sure to leave your comments, guys, your questions, or if you want me to clarify on anything, all right? This is for you guys here, all right? I'm not trying to preach at you. I'm trying to make this more of a conversational type of matter where we're masterminding, kind of exchanging ideas. So if there's anything that you want to add on to what I'm sharing by any means, this is the best place to do it, all right? While everybody's on here, we're like a family in here, all right? So don't be selfish. Make sure you share as much value as you possibly know with other people in the area. That would be greatly appreciated, at least. So again, right, Black Friday, more of a selfish type of purchases. Then you got, you know, the other days where people are really thinking about what they're going to get for their friends, their family, and all that good stuff. And so gifts, though, right, gifts tend to really, how do you go about marketing for it? Yes, that's what we're going to cover. So we're going to take this step by step here and just kind of break it all down. We just went over the different kind of holidays because reason why you want to know the holidays, obviously, is because you want your marketing to be, you know, congruent with the day that it is. So if your Black Friday ads are still running during Christmas, clearly people are going to be a little bit thrown off, right? If you're promoting, you know, Christmas deals during Black Friday, then people are going to be like, hey, this isn't a Black Friday deal, right? So the one thing that I want to express to you guys, and this is something that I've learned over my years of really just being obsessed with this game and just being able to be a student that just kind of admitted I don't know anything, which I think is pretty hard for a lot of people in today's society to be like, hey, I don't know this, all right? I don't know this. And you know, I had to accept the fact that, hey, one thing that I struggle with is positioning specific offers. So we're going to dive into that as well, how you can create some offers, right, for the holiday season, because that's technically what does best during the holidays, right? It is great offers. Like you can get this TV that's worth like $600-700, and you know, you could get it for $300, $200, right? So these amazing offers are happening during the holidays. It's not just the products that are going, you know, on sale. It's the offers that are being made. So we'll talk about that as well a little bit, but again, the first thing that I had to really learn is to be able to communicate clearly to the customer, to the market segment in terms of what you're really trying to offer. So clearly, right, during the holiday season, the same way that you see all commercials, you know, on TV say, hey, Black Friday sale, right? They scream it out loud. They say, hey, Christmas sale, or they say, hey, post-holiday season sale, like absolute clearance. So you want to be able to emphasize that. Now, really, you have to be able to move with speed, obviously, because we just went over those dates and, you know, they're like back to back to back. So you have to be able to change your marketing here, especially over the next few months. We're going to be completely dialed into creating ads that have to do with the exact day that we're trying to really cash out on. So, and we're going to talk about some specific strategies. Like there's a really good strategy for Black Friday that I want to introduce you guys to that works really well, so just stay tuned here. I'll share that with you guys in a second. But the first thing, all right, so let's kind of keep moving forward here. I do have some notes for you guys here that I took down, so I hope you guys don't mind me kind of hopping on my iPad here. And you guys can probably see Juan in the background editing some of our Shopify stores or our campaigns. Is that what you're doing, Juan?
Yeah, I'm also researching more into Pinterest ads as well.
Nice, Pinterest ads. Yes, we'll talk about the different type of social. Yeah, this girl actually told she messaged me. One of our students. She said she launched some Bing ads and she was doing incredibly well with it. She's like 4K last month or this month.
Really?
And it's not even like halfway. Yeah, I posted it on my story, and we'll talk about those as well. But essentially, what I want to do here is I want to go through this these notes that I have here. Now, obviously, the first one is you know, make sure, right, that your site is ready. Okay, so the first thing, right, you want to do is just make sure that your website is ready. It is clear that your website is welcoming to all holiday shoppers. So the first thing, you know, this might seem a little bit, you know, kind of like obvious, but you know, design your store to have or for holiday season. Okay. So one of the best ways to know if a store is actually up to date, it's current, and it's a legit website is to see, hey, what kind of season are they in, right? If you go on a website during the winter time and they're still promoting stuff like from the summertime, you're probably gonna assume, hey, this store is like, it's a little bit off, it's a little bit outdated, right? But same thing, right? If you hop on a store, especially during this season, and they don't have, you know, Christmas kind of themes going on, or, you know, the red with the lights and just the whole holiday spirit on their website, you're gonna be like, these guys don't seem like they're very welcoming to holiday shoppers. They're not promoting the holiday season, right? The discounts and all that great stuff. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna leave that website and you're gonna go to one that just looks like it has the best deals going on, right? So you guys will see, you know, all the big stores, whether it be Macy's, Amazon, you guys should probably already see it. It's like they changed their theme of their website real quick, all right? Super quick, because they wanna get people excited. That's the season that people are in. And so it's just a matter of you kind of doing the same thing. So make sure, again, design your store for the holiday season. Make sure your banners maybe, right? Your homepage banners are saying, hey, holiday season, 50% off, huge sales, right? If it's Black Friday's coming up, then you might want to say, hey, Black Friday season or sales coming up, check out the deals that are going to be available. If it's for Cyber Monday, you know, you want to clarify that again, right? Because when people are looking for, when people will say, okay, so there's Black Friday going on, right? They're gonna go on the websites that are offering Black Friday deals. So if a store, for example, let's say Walmart, right? They obviously have insane deals. They're gonna get lines out the door, right? Literally people like stampeding over each other trying to get this TV because it's like $100 or $200 off. And you know, it's because, again, they clarify, they make it clear that, hey, we got this huge deal going on, come on by. And then you might look at another store, right, that just doesn't have Black Friday deals, and nobody's gonna be there, nobody's gonna be interested in going there and kind of checking it out because they're like, hey, they're not making it clear, right? They're just gonna double down on where those deals are. So raise your flag, all right? Raise your flag. Make it clear to anybody that visits your website, hey, this is where you can get your holiday season gifts at, all right? Banners, make sure your mobile version is also, it's mobile friendly, you know, very tons and tons of, you know, e-commerce sales happen through mobile devices, right? I would assume, as a matter of fact, the majority of them. I don't have any clear stats, but the one stat that I do have for you guys is e-commerce sales are expected to increase by 15.5% in 2018 during the fourth quarter. All right, it already went up 15% for the first and second quarter, and it's about to go up another 15% in the fourth quarter. And what that means is essentially billions of dollars, right, are being spent online. And so your goal, guys, all right, I need you guys to understand your goal is to not make billions. I mean, obviously anybody would like to make billions online, don't get me wrong. But really, your whole concept should be, hey, look, if people are spending billions of dollars online, my goal is to get just 0.01% of that. Right? If we do the math on $1 billion and you just try to go after this little tiny piece or slice of the pie, you don't gotta be super greedy, all right? Just 0.1% of what's being spent online during the holiday season can make you very, very rich. As a matter of fact, can probably take care of your whole 2019. It'll just change your 2019. So take that into consideration, all right, guys? Take that into consideration. You are not trying to create something new. People are already buying things during this holiday season. You're not trying to create this new holiday or this random sale, right? Like the majority of online marketers that just don't really have a great understanding of what works online. They just tend to do sales all the time, right? So that whole eComm store, just everything is on sale. So when it comes time to the holiday season, their customers or their people that have bought from them before, they're like, hey, everything is always on sale here. So that's why you got when you got places like Walmart or really any big retailer or e-commerce website, when they do a sale, it tends to be on things that hardly ever go on sale. It's like the best deals on the best products that they got to offer, right? So let's keep going here, and let me see if there's any questions as well while we're at it. How's this Golden State look?
It's looking great if you're not a Gold State fan.
If you're not a Gold State fan? All right, hopefully we don't have any Gold State fans upset in here. So the second thing, all right, is make sure obviously your team, your customer support is ready, okay? Because the one thing that people want to be certain of during the holiday season is that they're going to be getting their packages in order, all right, or on time, or they are ordering from legit companies that provide customer service. Because, again, think about the days that we just, named. We named one day right after the holiday season when people don't like what they got, they go ahead and return it to get what they actually like. And I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate, and you probably do that as well, right? When you get a gift during Christmas season, you don't like it, you want to go return it to the store and get your money back, right? But really, the whole reason why that's possible, or why people even know about that, is because or why that's even possible is because obviously the e-commerce stores or the brands are making it clear that, hey, you can always return 30 days in advance. So make sure that you have that on your website, listed everywhere, that, hey, if you don't like the gift or your family members don't like the gift, you can always return them and get your money back guaranteed. But you definitely want to have your email support on check. Okay, you want to have somebody eyeing those. If not you, then somebody else. Okay. Also, your messenger bots. Okay. I do want to do a pretty extensive training on messenger bots. I think those are bringing us some great results, and a lot of you guys will be able to benefit from those. Do you offer different products now, or still proven winners? So Farrell, or Pharrell, if I'm pronouncing your name right, are you talking about the holiday season? Do you sell proven winners, or should you focus on trying to sell something that you might think, a dad might like for his daughter, or whatever it is? So if you can clarify, or maybe you're talking about both. Let's see here. Oh, also make sure your products are shareable. Okay, make sure you encourage your audience, your customers, to share the deals that you got going on, okay? And the best way to do that, you can do it on your ad copy, right? To tell people like, hey, share this with a friend, share this with family, all right? You can do that on the ad itself, and that tends to create great engagement and creates virality within your ads, all right? Especially if you're using like Facebook ads, Instagram ads. When you tell people to engage and share and tag their friends and family, what happens is not only are you getting the engagement and the reach from the actual dollars that you're paying Facebook for, but you're also getting that organic traffic from people sharing that, that offer, that product that you got going on with their friends and their family. And it's really interesting, by the way. So for all these podcasts, right, what we're gonna start doing, and I actually did this today with Dan Fleischman, is after we record a podcast, I'm also keeping you guys in very, very close mind. So from now on, every single podcast that we have or we record, I'm also going to be making sure that we record a segment or a couple different segments exclusive for the eComm incubator area, all right, or for all of our members essentially. And the reason why I want to do that is because obviously want to provide more value to you guys, all right? No matter if you've been with us for a month, a year, whatever it is, we want to make sure we're constantly over-delivering. So we're going to start taking that, or we're going to start recording content on that end as well. So exclusive content with people that we interview, mentors, friends, successful people in different industries. For the first like 2 or 3 podcasts, didn't really kind of think of it. Third one, I forgot about it. I was like trying to remember, but I completely forgot about it. But Dan, we got a great segment. And it was actually about, since you guys are already, it's only members in here. One of the things that he talked about, right, is the idea that when you tell your customer or a potential customer about how great your product is, okay, or how great your offer is, it's almost like, hey, you're supposed to say that, right? That's what the ideal customer or potential customer is saying. But what Dan Fleischman loves really, really well, and he understands really well and capitalizes on it, is he understands the fact that when a customer says, hey, this product is great, then it actually is great because it's the customer saying it, right? It's not you self-proclaiming you have the best product. It's natural for that. It's kind of like how every mother says, or every parent says they have the cutest baby in the world. No mother or father is gonna be like, dude, I have an ugly ass baby, right? Everybody got the cutest baby in the world. And so same thing goes for, you know, entrepreneurs. We know, or we like to believe that, hey, we have the best products all the time, but unless the customer says that, then it doesn't matter, all right? It does not matter to the rest of the audience, or at least I shouldn't say it doesn't matter. It's not as effective when you proclaim your own products as great and high quality, but it's a lot more effective for, you know, your customer to say so. So keep that in mind as well, all right? When you're sending out your products, I mean, this should be part of your marketing in general. This isn't just for the holiday season, okay? Make sure that you let your customers know, hey, when you get your product, share it on Instagram, share it on Facebook, tag us so we can send you a coupon and incentivize them for doing so, all right, for sharing it. So again, you wanna make sure that your Black Friday deals are shareable. That is huge because that's gonna get you some free organic traffic on top of the paid ads that you're already, you know, paying for. Now also make your checkout easy, okay? So easy checkout, all right? For some of you guys that are inside our inner circle or the iOS method masterclass, you guys will be familiar by, you know, when I say the path of least disturbance, okay? The path of least disturbance is essentially, it's like using sales funnels to be able to create this seamless, how do I say it? It's got to be able to create it's the idea to create a seamless type of path of least disturbance. And so what sales funnels essentially do, and if you're not good at this, all right, I definitely don't want to confuse anybody on here, but I just want to give you guys an idea, all right? Reason why you want to make your checkout easy is because if it's complicated, then they're just going to leave and go buy from somebody else, all right? You're not the only retailer online. You have to understand that. So what you got to do is you have to keep the customer in mind and make it as easy as possible it is for them to buy. And I was reading Form 10K from Amazon, all right? Form 10K is this form that any company, any publicly traded company has to put out at the end of the year. Some companies do it every quarter where they say, hey, look, like, you know, this is all the information you need to know about a company if you're an investor or want to invest, okay? And it's publicly shared company. You can look it up, publicly shared information. You can look it up for any company. Just type in Form 10K. And a man actually that I met on a private jet told me to do this. Why? Because it just gives you, you know, so much insight into some of the biggest companies and you get to really learn what they're about. And so on Amazon, super interesting. First things first, all right? They said in the beginning of this Form 10K, it's like a 100-page document. They start off with their biggest risks for potential growth in the near future. Okay, so Amazon sits there, all the board members, and they say, okay, well, what is the one thing or what are some things that can hurt our future potential or growth, you know, in the near future? And it's actually pretty funny, all right? And their biggest risk or their biggest, risk for future potential growth is people like you and I, right? It is literally, they say it word for word, it is independent sellers or wholesalers or, you know, just independent entrepreneurs in general that will no longer be selling on Amazon due to the fact that there's so much technology out there that you can simply, you know, somebody can simply start up their own store and start driving their own traffic without having to rely on Amazon. And so what does that mean for Amazon? It means that, one, right, the fact, because when Amazon first came out, I want you guys to think of this too. When Amazon first came out, there was no Shopify and there was no ClickFunnels. So really your only option would be to put it on Amazon, or maybe when eBay came around, you know, you could slap your products on there. But what happens on those platforms is they get to own all that data. Okay, so also in that Form 10K, Amazon's biggest asset is the ability to collect data, okay? Because they don't order any products, they don't wholesale anything, they drop ship them pretty much, right? It's just like they own that website and they already have tons of customers and a huge brand. So people go on there, and you can go on there as well. I'm not saying I don't recommend it at all. I'm just trying to help you guys understand how to go about it. How to go about, really making it as easy as possible for your customers to buy, because Amazon, essentially, that's what they do. They focus on making it as easy as possible for their customers to buy. And not only that, but it make it just really Amazon is just a customer experience focused type of company. Okay, that's all they obsess about, is making the best customer experience. If you ever try to get a refund, or Juan, for example, multiple times we live in a complex here where the package that he gets disappear. And when he calls them up, literally before he even gets off that call, he's already got one on the way, and if not, his refund as well. So the biggest risk for Amazon, all right, like I was saying, is people like you and I, just independent entrepreneurs, small businesses who realize, hey, I can use things like Shopify or ClickFunnels to create my own store so I can own all of my data, right? Own all of my customers instead of giving them all to Amazon. Excuse me. And two, there's things like Facebook ads, Instagram ads, YouTube ads, Google ads, right? Where you can drive traffic and have absolute control of the traffic you drive to your website, as opposed to depending on Amazon to put you on the first page, right? So the reason why for the holiday season it's very, very important for you guys to be comfortable with spending money or investing money into paid advertising is because you got to understand that Amazon, right? On Amazon there's people, just tons and tons of people selling products on there. But the thing is that a lot of them are dependent on Amazon to put them on that first page, or they're dependent on people to just kind of, go and buy their product as opposed to the other 20 that look exactly like it on that same website, right? So on your own Shopify store, again, you have complete control, right? And really sales funnels and Shopify stores come hand in hand. But it is a little bit complicated, and that's why I don't want to go too deep into it. But if you are familiar with sales funnels, and you guys, by the way, if you ever want to hop inside of our inner circle, or you're just looking for some more personal coaching or whatever it is, you guys can always schedule a call with your personal coaches inside the eComm incubator. And actually, there should be a link below here in the description where you can literally just go. It's an exclusive link for you guys, obviously. Like, our coaches are not available to the public. Only for people inside our eComm incubator area, or any of our programs, right, or any of our softwares. You guys get direct access to our coaches, all right? So you find the link below, you can go and schedule your call and have a word with, whoever really picks up, or if you already have a designated coach that you've been working with, maybe, Nick or Liam or anybody else really can help you guys get inside there, all right? We touch on a lot more of this stuff and a lot more about offer creation and all that. Also, we're having some live events too, which is gonna be super dope. I know a lot of you guys have been excited to come to one of those, but I'm not a huge fan of live events, honestly. And the reason why is because the first one that we had like, obviously tons of great speakers, it was great energy, but we just felt like, there's like this gap or this segment, this gap in the market where there isn't any real workshops for you guys to be able to come and immerse yourself in that environment. And so really we're gonna go ahead and launch off some workshops, all right? So we're gonna have 2 in December, 1 in LA, 1 in New York. 2-day workshops, complete immersion, no guest speakers, none of that. We might have some of our students, some of our previous success students come by, like our boy PB, who used to live in Toronto and just absolutely leveled up like a boss. And now he's working one of the biggest health and nutrition fitness gurus, Brandon Carr, King Keto. And so he's helping out his email marketing. He all started from within our course, and he used the skills that he learned in there and leveraged them to be able to connect and provide value for Brandon Carr, again, the highest or one of the highest paid nutrition and health gurus. But here's the deal, guys. All right, here's the deal. These workshops are going to be complete immersion. We're creating, you know, workbooks for them, all that good stuff, but they're gonna be exclusive to people already inside our eComm incubator. It's not like anybody in the world or anybody in public can apply and buy a ticket. We're making it exclusive to you guys because you guys already know what we're about. We know that you guys are serious, and quite honestly, we just don't think we want like random people just kind of showing up just because they can buy a ticket. We want to make it more exclusive to you guys, all right? But anyways, you guys can always reach out to your coach and talk about that. But making it easier for your customers to buy is huge, all right, guys? So the path of least disturbance right here is just creating sales funnels to be able to maximize lifetime customer values. And sales funnels really allow you to kind of laser focus that customer attention on not browsing and just buying that specific offer. So for example, like if you have a really sweet offer that's working for you, a really sweet product that's working for you, you can go ahead and put up on a sales funnel, and what's gonna happen is the conversions are gonna go up a little bit if you do it right, like we're going over inside our inner circle with a lot of our higher level members, where, you know, you get to laser focus that attention to the one action you want your customer to do, which is buy, right? But when you drive in traffic to a Shopify store, people tend to browse, people tend to, you know, kind of be all over the place, right? And so a funnel works really well when you have a product that's already proven and you create an offer around it. We can dive into that later on, but just an idea, okay? Just an idea for you guys. So let's see. The other thing that I want to talk about, I had something specific in mind here. By the way, let me see if there's any questions. I think somebody. All right, so, oh, he told me how to pronounce his name. Pharrell, what's up? We got Andres in the building too. What's going on? We got Pakilau. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. Nice. So Andre said, I have print-on-demand Christmas-related t-shirts. Should I start advertising them now? Yes, man, absolutely. So here, I'll just give you guys a strategy right away. I'll give you guys a Black Friday strategy, okay? And this is what we're doing right now, all right? What a lot of people are doing as well, and you probably noticed it. So Black Friday, right, is, again, this huge day where all of the deals happen in one day, right? Like to claim a Black Friday deal, you have to wait till Black Friday. You can't buy it before, otherwise it's not really a Black Friday deal. So what you want to do is you want to build a waiting list. All right, so if, depending on what your budget is looking like, you know, your marketing budget, if you have some money to allocate to building a waiting list, that's huge. So all you got to really do is, let's say you're in the dog niche, right? And you have a dog store. What you could do is you could start running ads right now saying, hey, we are going to have the most amazing Black Friday deals going on, all right, for your dog. And so what we want to do is we want to have an email, we want to have a waiting list, right, where anybody that's on that waiting list gets exclusive access to all of our Black Friday deals, all right? And what you're doing there is you're really just backloading this huge list of potential customers, all right? So you're running this is all a waiting list. Let's say this is like, obviously right now it's probably, you're not gonna be able to build such a huge list unless you spend like thousands of dollars a day for like the next week or so. But it's always good to do it for Christmas as well, Cyber Monday, whatever it is, right? You can use this strategy here for any day, all right? And it's super simple, literally super simple. Just make sure you guys are taking notes and you're paying real close attention, okay? You run an ad, whether it be an Instagram ad, a Facebook timeline ad, or maybe you email all of your customers or all of your leads and you say, hey, look, we're having a Black Friday waiting list, or a Cyber Monday waiting list, or a New Year's clearance sale waiting list, right? And you build this huge list with all these people in it, right? And essentially, once that day comes, what you're literally gonna do is you're gonna open up the floodgates for all these customers to just come rushing in, okay? Instead of having to just blow or 10x your marketing budget a day or two beforehand, right? What you want to do is you want to build that waiting list. Again, build that waiting list and make it clear in your message that, hey, this is a waiting list for the exclusive offers for this day, or this special, you know, holiday, whatever it is, right? And so once it comes time to that day, guys, right? And so really, let's say you got 3 weeks, right? Up until 3 weeks, you're just hyping those people up. And Juan is actually setting this up too. And what we do is we say, hey, look, holiday season is coming up, right? Black Friday is coming up. Hey, Christmas is coming up in 2 weeks, in 1 week. You know, in one day, guys, tomorrow is a day where you're going to get to access all the amazing deals. And so as soon as you send out that email that, hey, all these deals are available exclusively to the waiting list, they're literally just going to rush to your store and just start buying like madmen, like a crazy madman, right? Or like crazy buyers do on Black Friday when they open up those doors at Walmart. People just literally stampede. I've never been that type. I don't know about you guys. Anybody over here ever wait in line for some Black Friday deals?
I've done it before.
You've done it? What'd you call?
What did I buy? Funny story. I think I went and brought some True Religion jeans.
What boy was that? True Religion jean wave.
True Religion. Oh, and the funniest thing is I went all the way to the outlets. So not only did I wait in line, but I drove 2 hours.
And it's cold.
And it was cold. And it was 3 a.m.
Exactly. So listen to what Juan just went through to get a Black Friday deal, guys, right? For some True Religion jeans that ain't even hot anymore. I mean, that's not drip at all nowadays, right? If you're rocking True Religion jeans still. But anyways, I love saying that. You guys ever notice that? But anyways? Yeah, I love saying but anyways after I mumble something. So let's keep moving on here. But yeah, I mean, Juan, honestly, right? He waited in line for hours in the cold, just for a sweet deal on some jeans, right? So you guys can only imagine when you're actually selling people things that they already want. So what we want to go ahead and cover right now is what kind of products to sell, okay? So, because I know and I understand a lot of you guys that are coming in here are like, hey, Samir, I mean, building a waiting list is great, you know, talking about sales funnels is great, but how can I find a freaking product, right? How can I find a product that can actually make some money, that can actually promote? Because what the homie Andres just asked is, I have a print-on-demand Christmas, a print-on-demand Christmas, you know, store, right? Should I start promoting now? So what I want to show you guys first is what we call the profitable product index, okay? I'm sure it's nothing new to you guys or to the majority of you guys, but here's the deal. So the profitable product index. All right, because there was a point in time where Juan and I kind of sat there and we said, hey, let's take a look at all of our products here that have done well and essentially just try to see what they all have in common, okay? And what we noticed is that they're either problem solving, okay? Type of products that do really well, they solve a problem, okay? They solve a problem for that specific audience that you're going after, or you're connected to a passion, right? Or it is perishable, okay? Or a combination of all three, right? Obviously, the more, the better. So, problem-solving products always do real well, right? Especially if the product that you're promoting solves a problem that has been keeping that market segment awake at night, okay? If it's been keeping that market segment awake at night and all of a sudden there's a product that cures that problem, well, guess what? People are going to buy that freaking product like hotcakes because it's solving a problem they've been trying to solve forever. And really the majority, or at least I would say a third of our purchases on a day-to-day basis go towards trying to solve problems, all right? If you buy food, you're trying to obviously solve some problem, right? Hunger. If when Juan buys supplements, right? I'm sure the supplement industry is gonna make a fucking killing this holiday season. Why? Because they get to do some amazing deals and to an audience that's super passionate about that product, right? So for example, Juan, have you gotten any emails yet from some of the companies that you buy your supplements from?
Not only have I gotten emails, but I've already signed up for the Black Friday deals.
So, all right, so there you go, guys. He literally just got hit with that strategy that we just talked about. Wasn't that somewhat like it? Like an email waiting list they hit you with?
Oh, yeah.
So, boom. So Juan already knows what time it is. And he, you know, as marketers, guys, too, like, it's kind of funny because as marketers, you guys will start to realize, you know, what other e-commerce businesses, how they're, you know, trying to sell you, I guess, on it. and you know, you'll start to be cool with it, because the best marketers are the ones that often buy a lot, right? Because that's just, the best salesmen are the easiest ones to sell. That's something I learned in door-to-door sales. But to go back on this, all right, guys, so you got the first majority of purchases that we make tend to solve problems. The second kind of, or the second category of products are the ones that are connected to a passion. So selling, all right, selling print on demand Christmas, when it comes to Christmas, right? Obviously people are super passionate. Juan's making fun of me over there. Christmas. But we got, you know, passion-based products, right? And, you know, when it comes time to Christmas,
people can see that.
Yeah. I mean, I clarified on that. Don't make fun of my chicken scratch, bro. But passion-based products, I mean, you know, Juan and I always, when we're looking at products, okay, well, is the market segment super passionate about what we're trying to offer them here? And so, really, our passions, right? We all have passions. And what our passions allow us to do when we express those passions on T-shirts, whether it be, for example, my boy Nick, he got on a Manchester United jersey right now, right? That is Man U, right? Was that Arsenal? Is that Arsenal? Oh, that's Liverpool. Oh God. So I'm assuming that he's, you know, a passionate soccer fan, right? Although he probably sucks at it, it's okay. He's still passionate about it, so selling him a jersey doesn't hurt. You know what I mean? But when it comes time to Christmas, guys, right? When you're selling print on demand, that is huge, because the majority or the main way that we express our passions is literally through the things that we wear, that you know, we share on social media. But ultimately, the main form of expressing our passions is by wearing them, so we can let other people know that, hey, look, I love Batman, right? And so when we see somebody else on the street, they can say, hey, look, that dude loves Batman, I love Batman too, right? There's that relatability factor. And the best way to do that, again, best way for people to express their passions is through print on demand, things that they actually wear. So Andres, for you, man, 100%, okay, 1000%. And not only should you make custom, you know, print on demand sweatshirts or whatever it is, but you should also take it a level deeper than that, right? Because the first passion that you mentioned there in this print on demand obviously is going to be the Christmas season, right? People are passionate about Christmas, all right? People are passionate about Christmas. It comes once a year, brings all the family together. It's the only holiday, you know, as big of its size during the whole year. And so people don't take it lightly. They go above and beyond for their loved ones and their friends, right? But you want to take this passion a little bit deeper. If you really want to hit people in the heart, take this, you know, layer another passion on top of it, okay? So you guys can bring this down, right? So passion right here, you got the first passion is Christmas. And then you got another passion you can layer on top of that is, hey, let's say this sweater, it's a Christmas sweater for your daughter, right? So for your daughter or for your dog, right? And so you're layering passion on top of passion. It's a Christmas sweater, but it also says, I love my daughter. Or if a daughter is buying a Christmas sweater for her father, it says the #1 dad or the best Santa dad or whatever. Random ideas, right? But what I'm trying to get at here, guys, is the more passions that you layer on top of each other, the better. Now let's go into the third one, perishable. Perishable is a great type of, or great types of products to sell, and the reason why is because perishable products, obviously, you need to get more of, right? What happens when you guys run out of toilet paper? Or I hope what you guys do when you run out of toilet paper, right? You go to the store and you buy more. You need to replenish on it. There's no question about it. You need to go and cop some more toilet paper. When you run out of shaving cream, when you don't have another razor blade, right? What do you need to go? You need to go to the store and buy some more. But then there's some smart e-commerce entrepreneurs that realize that, hey, look, if something is perishable and people need to buy it over and over again, why not eliminate the problem of having to constantly re-up, right? You know, get more or replenish on things that are constantly perishable. Why not make it a subscription box, okay? So that's where the whole subscription model comes from. Is from perishable products that need to be bought over and over again. And let's take an example, Dollar Shave Club or Dollar Beard Club. I mean, Dollar Shave Club sold for $1 billion, right? And it single-handedly disrupted the whole you know, razor blade market, right? Like Gillette, this giant, literally just disrupted it with one simple thing. It said, hey, look, people hate having to go and constantly buying their shaving cream or their, you know, their razor blades. And so they made a subscription box that takes care of that problem. And guess what? After a couple of years or after a year or two, $1 billion acquisition, okay? And again, guys, it's all from promoting or fulfilling or removing that problem of having to constantly replenish unperishable products, all right? Let you know. So these are the three. Now, again, guys, you can totally find products that fit all three categories. But if, let's say you're having trouble, all right, because we obviously, after we kind of learned this right here, we discovered this, Juan and I took it a little bit of a step further. We created a software, okay? You guys probably know about it, and some of you guys that are on here probably came in through the eComm Profit Spyware tool. And it's something that we were working on for literally months because we could just never, well, one of the main reasons why we were successful to begin with, and we made this very clear, is because of the tools and resources that are available out there, right? And that brings me back to the whole 10K form thing, right? From Amazon. They're saying, hey, look, like there's so much fucking technology out there that allows the average person to kickstart their own e-commerce company within literally a few hours, that they might not even need Amazon anymore, right? And one of those pieces of technology is spyware tools, okay? And when Juan and I were first starting off, we didn't know any of this, okay? We wish somebody would have at least explained this to us, but unfortunately we were just guessing. And we were just literally just from the free throw, just kind of shooting until, you know, we hit like a money shot. But we didn't know what we were trying to get at, all right? We were just promoting random products that we liked, that we thought were cool, that, you know, we would buy. But at the end of the day, it's all about what people are already buying, right? It's all about what other people are already buying, that are already demanding. And that was the main thing that Dan Fleischman explained is, hey, I don't ever recreate the wheel. I don't ever try to create demand for something where there is no demand existent, right? I only focus on selling what people are already buying, all right? And so keep that in mind, guys, all right? Now, this software that we created, the eComm Profit Spyware tool, you guys can, again, just reach out to your coach and get it on there. Or you could just go to ecommincubator.com, ecommincubator.com/ecomspy, I believe. If not, just message me or just ask your coach again. But it is still in beta mode, so we're not letting everybody in. I mean, obviously, you guys, if you want access, you know, we'll grant you guys access. But to the public, we're only opening a few certain spots at a time because we want to perfect it as we go along here before a massive launch. So we got about close to 100 people using it right now. But here's the deal, though. The way, all right, the way that these products are chosen, because somebody just asked in here, are these all proven products? I mean, I gotta be real here. There is no such thing as proven products. You still gotta test. But what we've done is we've created this piece of artificial intelligence pretty much, where it does, what it does is it scrapes the whole internet, right? And it follows these specific rules that we gave it. So a certain amount of orders, a certain amount of, yeah, you gotta head out, yeah. My boy Eunice is like, dude, can I walk? I'm like, man, we got the family in here right now. This is the gang in here, so we're just hanging out. Honestly, we're at about an hour right now, but we're gonna keep going. Probably have Juan hop in here as well and you know, share what he's working on maybe. Juan, you wanna spill some beans? I'll give me like a few more minutes and then you can hop in if you want. But again, right, it's all about, you know, selling things that are already being bought. All right. And so the whole reason why we created this piece of artificial intelligence is because we wanted to help you guys and other people out there to eliminate that guesswork. Because when we were first starting off, like I was saying, I should finish the story up. Juan and I were literally just guessing in the beginning, right? And then all of a sudden my buddy calls me up and he's like, dude, I got this sick software that my buddy's using and he's making a killing with it because he's finding products that are already selling. So when I got that call, I literally just quit my job on the spot, and Juan can attest to this. Juan, when we found out about that eComm, you know, spyware tool, wasn't that when I was like, dude, it was like success is inevitable at this point, right? Because it was revealing so much information. And again, it wasn't like I'm the only one who realized this. Amazon realizes this as well. They're looking at it like, holy shit, people are having access, and Dan Fleischman said this too, where you can find all the people that are selling these products, all the ads that they're running. You could check out all their comments. You know, you can see everything about, you know, no company, whether it's public or private nowadays, does not matter. You can find anything you want. And so we wanted to, because that tool right there, after we use it to find our winners and just kind of start to understand what product research was really all about, because after a certain point, we kind of got the hang of it. And naturally, as we started to, you know, kind of connect with a lot of you guys and just our success stories started getting out there, people started asking us, okay, like, dude, what tools are you guys using, man? What tools are you guys using to cook up, all right, to find these winners? And we would tell them, like, hey, we're using this tool right here. And we would literally give people the tool, like, yo, here's the link, you know, go check it out, go grab it. We weren't like greedy or trying to hide it. But one day we wake up and literally the website just disappears off the face of the planet. And we're getting bombarded with messages from everyone saying, hey, what happened to this tool? Where's this software? I'm trying to get it, or I just got it and it's not up. I mean, we tried reaching out to the support. Nobody gets back to us. So it was bizarre, but we really felt like, hey, we need to do something about this, because any other software we found out there just did not match what we had in the beginning. And so we made it our mission to not only duplicate the software that we were using in the beginning, but also make it better and take a couple of the other softwares we were using and putting them all into one. So eComm Profits Finder not only helps you find products that are in this or in these categories right here. Again, they're not proven, but they are selling. Okay, they're proven in the sense of demand, but it's not saying like, hey, any product you choose on here, you know, you're gonna make $1 million off of it. Clearly, that would be a bullshit statement, right? It's all about, you know, because there's a lot of things that go into, you know, a successful product or a successful marketing campaign, a successful store. And so you guys obviously understand that and you're aware of that. And, you know, you have to keep that in mind, right? But ultimately, okay, the eComm Profit Spy tool finds products that are in this field that are already in demand. And on top of that, guys, all right, I'll probably do a whole nother segment on this on my live, probably on Instagram when we open up it, because we're planning on opening up a few more spots for the beta version to the public, probably like 50 or so, another 50. We changed the whole look of it, by the way, from the beta version. So it looks real neat now, and literally it does everything from, you know, provides you with the best suppliers for that product that gives you the best margins. We also break down the math for you so you can understand how much profit you should be expecting from each if you plan on promoting that product. It also provides you with the Facebook ad that your competitor is running, so there's no guesswork on that. You literally can get that product up and running by using the ad that we provide for you. Ad copy is there, ad targeting is there, right? That's that software that we were using in the beginning did not provide us with that, strictly products. And then we had to use another software to find the targeting, find the ad. So we put that onto one. Another really cool feature is if you wanted to white label it, we also point you to a supplier that can sell it to you in wholesale and put your brand on it. Because the truth is that when it comes to a successful e-commerce business, right, that everything else can be on point, right? Your marketing can be on point, you know, your store could be on point, everything can check out. But if the supplier that you're working with, if they're not fulfilling your orders, I mean, you're gonna have some pretty angry customers that are not gonna recommend it, right? Which is essentially what you wanna get. That's what you wanna focus on. That is the name of the game, is the best customer experience. They can go ahead and share it, right? But if your supplier, like, you don't know how to pick suppliers or find the right suppliers that are reliable, then you're gonna get screwed up every single time. I mean, we had a client once that literally found out that, you know, the suppliers weren't even sending the goddamn products over to their customers. So he had to go back and refund them and deal with the chargebacks, because again, he didn't know what he was doing when he was picking that supplier. So for those of you guys that are just getting started, this is obviously a great source for you to, you know, eliminate that guesswork as well. And then we even point you, all right, this is a whole, we have to use a whole other software for this point. So getting this on board just made us even more excited to be able to put it together. Because literally, when we first had the idea of this, like, we would go around, you know, to some of the biggest people in the industry, people that have created softwares before, and they're like, guys, this is just way too difficult. Like, and even if you were able to find someone who can do this for you, it's gonna cost you insane amounts of money. So that's why there is, I mean, it didn't cost us like as much as we expected, but there is definitely expenses that are recurring too, like, because we have staff members and we have, you know, servers and hosting that we got to pay for. So we're not necessarily profiting from this tool by any means. It's not like our bread and butter, but we do got to pay for the expenses. That's why there is a fee to it. But it's just insane amounts of features, okay? And the one that I was trying to mention is where it shows you the competitor, right? A Shopify store that's already crushing it with that specific product. So you can go in there and see how they're positioning that product, the price point they're selling it at, their descriptions, their pictures, literally everything, okay? So it's almost like you are literally just eliminating all the guesswork because you're just spectating and seeing what's already, you're already finding the products that tend to do best, right? Problem solving, perishable, or passion based. And then you're going ahead and you're getting all the, you know, you're spying on the Facebook ads that they're running, that the competitors are running. You get to see their store. You get the best suppliers. We tell you all the math that you should expect, how much profits you expect. So again, guys, if you do want to get your hands on that, just go to ecommprofit.com/ecommprofitspy, or just hit up your coaches. Again, they'll be more than happy to guide you guys. Be sure to take full advantage of them, okay? That's the whole reason why we really brought coaches on board with us and made this happen. I mean, it took us so long to make this happen. But, you know, it's for you guys, right? Nobody else out there is offering coaches, and that's why we want to go ahead and offer you guys a personal coach, whether you've invested only a couple dollars with us, or, you know, you're kind of banking on us to make something happen for you. Maybe you're in an inner circle or a higher level group. You know, either or, guys, we want to over deliver. All right, so that's that. How do you get verified on Alipay? Okay, so Juan will help you guys out with that. He's been through that process. How can we get access to your spy tool? Maybe you could, what you guys could totally do too is you could go back to a couple of my lives on YouTube, like a couple back. You'll see me talking about it. Maybe that link still works. Should still work. What if not, just let your coach know or reach out to support and we can get you guys a link there. I would have put it in the description, but I didn't really plan on touching on it. But it makes all the sense. I mean, especially if you guys are, literally, if you're, this is a no, it's a must have. Literally, it's a must have for anybody that's in, if you guys are in any of our programs. Like this tool right here is just gonna make your life a lot easier, make your business a lot easier, a lot less guesswork, a lot less anxiety and stress. Because again, you're finding products that you know are already doing well, and you're just getting all this data to be able to really, really make something happen for yourself this holiday season. All right. So we covered, right, the Black Friday strategy, or any strategy, right? The strategy that you can go ahead and literally anybody can use to make money during this holiday season. It's as simple as just build a waiting list, right? Run some ads telling people, hey, come join my waiting list for the biggest Christmas sales, biggest Black Friday sales, biggest Cyber Monday sales. And then you amp them up, you pump them up, right? Email sequences, messenger sequences if it needs to be, SMS if you can, if you know how to do that. And you go ahead and, you know, you just get them super excited and you tease them, right? And then once it comes time of that day, you open the floodgates to this huge waiting list you've been building, and they're just gonna rush in there, all right, and start buying. So that's that. And then we also covered eComm Profit Spy. And we also, again, guys, right, I wanna make sure that you guys, especially, I know this isn't gonna be for everybody, but if you have been looking to attend a live workshop, like a place where you can go and completely immerse yourself, like I do a couple of those like every single year, probably like 1 or 2 minimum, where I go, like the last one we went to was the ClickFunnels one, right, down in Orlando. What is it called? Funnel Hacking Live? Yeah, that was like 2 days or 3 days of complete immersion in just, you know, everything about funnel hacking and building funnels. And that was one of the reasons why our income went up right after we left that event, because we used what we learned in there after immersing ourselves, applied it, and it went up. And so we want to do the same thing in these workshops. It's not going to be like hooray, hoorah. You're going to be able to come in 2 days. We're going to have it in LA, in New York. And I highly recommend you guys fly out if you're not there, because the next time we're going to host them is probably after the New Year's. So two workbooks, one for each day. And, you know, we're just going to be going at it like from A to Z. okay, from A to Z. And there's gonna be no guest speakers, like no phones allowed. It's not gonna be one of those things where you guys come in and just all phones everywhere. It's just private, exclusive workshop where it's just complete immersion, everything e-commerce, none of that hooray, hoorah, just straight to business, like what you guys need, like what a lot of you guys need actually, all right? And what a lot of you guys are missing. So with that being said, again, just reach out to your coaches, man. That's really about it. Let's see, it's been about an hour so far. I feel like we've covered a lot. Maybe there's some questions, but I can have Juan hop on here and share some stuff with you guys as well. Nice. Pharrell, he says, it's great. Thanks for developing it. Absolutely. I mean, honestly, we're no coders by any means. We found the people that can help us out with it. And they've been absolutely amazing to work with. Super, super, open to new ideas and really just helped us make our vision come to life in terms of creating this tool. So it's been a blessing to be able to find people that not only help you make your vision come to life, but they're also patient with you and they also believe in what you're trying to make. So that's real important, because if they didn't believe in what we're trying to do, our mission, then they would have never cared from the first place. So that's that. Let's see. How can we get access to your spyware tool? I already talked about. P2P is very insightful. Thank you. It's like eComm Profit Spy Tool are all proven products. I already answered that. This was the motivation I needed. Thanks, Samir and Juan. Shamir, you spelled my name. It's all good. I'm an e-commerce newbie. Do you recommend setting up a business account with PayPal? I would just probably start off a Stripe account. A lot less of a headache. Stripe account, pretty simple. But you could totally start at PayPal if you'd like. So Juan, you want to hop in here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, let's get it going here, boys. Yep.
What do we got? What do we got?
By the way, guys, who you guys noticing? I've been working out too.
This dude.
There you go. All right, besides that, guys, love y'all. We'll see y'all next Thursday. Remember, we're going to do this every single Thursday. Exclusive, just straight, pure training. And they're going to get better as we go along here, guys. Don't worry about that. But yeah, let Juan take over.
What do we got here? What do we got? What's going on, everyone? I know Samir was just on here for a little bit. He can definitely, once he gets going, I'll say that. Anything that he didn't cover, though, that I can possibly help you guys with, let me know. We can kind of just, I know you guys have been on here. I know whenever I attend live sessions or I'm attending something for a long period of time, like obviously you get burnt out. So I know you guys have been here for an hour. So let's just get right to the chase here. Anything specific you guys want to know about, let me know. So we can kind of just get to those and I can kind of just dive into those topics. What do we got? See if I can have this pop up. Wearing these blue blockers here to keep the blue light away from like the screens from day. Maciel said Google Ads. Google Ads is a great question. So Google Ads, we actually don't do too much with Google Ads, but we've now started to experiment a lot more between a mixture of Google search and Google shopping ads. We mainly obviously dominated with Facebook, but obviously now we want to utilize Google as well because it is a super powerful platform. So we're experimenting with Google ads and Pinterest ads. And I was actually just mentioning to Samir that I was looking into them. And the reason why is because I was reading online from an article saying that Pinterest has like over 200 million active users and 70% of those users are women. So that means that any women related products, Pinterest would be an ideal platform to be on. So that's what I was doing some research on. But yeah, we could definitely share how those are coming along with you guys once we actually start testing on them, which I would say which should be within the next few weeks. Probably right around Black Friday, right before, but yeah. Do you have VA run your fan pages? If so, where do you get them and how often should you post on your page? That's a great question. So obviously with all your social media platforms, well, first off, if you don't have your social media platforms established for your e-commerce business, then obviously there's something wrong there. Obviously if you just have a store that you're planning on just trying to make a few dollars with, like over the holidays and that's it, and obviously you don't want to dive into making your social media pages, I get it. But if not, if you want to build a long-term brand and a long-term business, you should definitely invest into your social media pages and building them all up. And now you don't need anything crazy, like you don't need millions of followers on them. You just need to have them established for social proof. So obviously Instagram, Facebook, Twitter if possible. Those would be the main ones. But yeah, for your Facebook fan page, you want to obviously be posting on there, because when when people see your ads on Facebook, they're gonna check your fan page when they go on there. If you're not posting, you're not active on there. Well, it kind of makes there be like some disbelief, some distrust, because if you're not really active on your fan page and you're running ads, it's like there's a disconnect there. So I would recommend you guys do post on your fan page if possible, like once a day, if not a few times a week, 3 times a week minimum. And as far as like getting a VA for it, I think that at first you can probably do it yourself. It's honestly not going to take that long. You can do research on some of your competitors, some of the posts that they're using for their fan pages, the ones that are getting good engagement. You can just find similar posts to those or model those posts and post similar posts on your page. But you can then hire a VA for sure to kind of help you out with that. One of the websites we use different websites to hire depending on what kind of level of work we need to get done. For posting on like your Facebook fan page, you can use like onlinejobs.ph, I believe. It's pretty affordable, and a lot of the people that are already on there already have some experience with like posting on social media. So as long as you give them the instructions, that's also the key thing. You need to know so you can give them the instructions to actually know what to post and things like that. But that's what we use to get people for like posting, and we do try to post as much as we can. Honestly, I would say minimum 3 times a week, if possible, daily on the fan page for the business for sure, because it helps while people are visiting your fan page to get engaged on those posts and things like that. Let's see what else we got here. Questions, comment. Oh no. What else we got? Let me know if that makes sense. What else we got? What are the questions? What are the comments pop up here? Let's see. I'm not sure where they pop. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I answered the fan pages. Let me know if that makes sense. Pharrell Hopkins asks, hey, so can you set up a niche collections on a general store? Is it overkill to have a general store and then have segmented products and say coffee, women's accessories, baby products? I would say no. Usually what I recommend is for people that are just getting started, if you have absolutely no idea, what kind of niches to get into, what kind of products to sell, start off with a general store. A general store allows you to be able to test a lot more products and get going a lot faster, right? Because if you get stuck where you're just trying to decide what niche to get into, you're gonna procrastinate. You're not gonna take any steps forward. But if you at least have a general store, you can start plugging and playing different products, different niches, and start experimenting. Now, I do also recommend for you to start off with a specific niche if you take the time to research different niches and see like other competitors and people in that space that are already doing really well. I would personally wouldn't get into a niche that I wouldn't research. That's why I usually recommend to start off general, then go niche. But if you are gonna start off with a general store, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. You can set up like a home essentials collection, pet products, women's products. The ultimate goal though is for sure to have that general store so you can test, but usually you can get better numbers and higher conversions on a niche store. So usually the goal is to start off general store, find products that work, then move them over to like a niche store, simply because people get more emotionally attached to specific niches rather than just like a general store. With the general store, the people are going to come on there, they'll buy the products that are on there because they're on there. But in the niche store, you start to get known in that space for like having those specific kind of products, and that's what you want, because the main focus is on getting repeat customers, not just to get customers to come and buy once. So let me know if that makes sense. I'm trying to keep these comments popping up here. Looks like I have to okay. So I have that. Let me know if that makes sense, Pharrell. Are brands the way to go? For sure. So we were actually talking about this today in the podcast between products and brands. Building a brand is definitely the way to go. And there's a few different reasons why. Now, I'll tell you guys up front, it's not the easiest thing to do. Like, building a brand is not going to be something you just do like overnight. If you wanted to test a random product and a random niche, you could do that overnight, because all you need, check if you have a domain, check if you can find a product, you can find a supplier for it, check to see how fast you can get it. If the domain's available, link it to the store, set up the store, and you can get that going for a regular product. Now for a brand, that's gonna require more time and resource, right? You're gonna want to obviously find a domain that you wanna stick with long term. You wanna get the right kind of logo made because that all ties into the branding. You wanna spend time actually building out your store, obviously because it's gonna be connected to your brand. And you're gonna have to invest a lot more into it for sure. You're gonna have to get all the social media pages, make sure they're all available. And it's gonna take a lot more work overall, but because of that, it's also gonna be a lot more long-term, which is the ultimate goal. You guys that are coming into the e-commerce space, or for those of you guys that have been in this space, the ultimate goal isn't to just keep selling other people's products. The ultimate goal is to learn the skill sets that it takes to run a successful e-commerce business by selling other people's products, but then take those same skill sets and build your own brand and sell your own branded products. Because with that, you have way higher margins and it's a lot more sustainable. It's a lot more long-term. So that's the approach as far as brands go. Again, it's not as easy, but long-term, it's the best strategy. Great information. What do you recommend building a brand off the bat? How do you mean by that? Let me know what you mean. How do you find who to target for a general product that solves a problem? That's actually a pretty great question.
It's too general. So that's a great question. I just overheard that. I want to definitely touch on that because this is something that Juan and I struggle with sometimes. And really, we made the decision that, hey, if you can't tell who to target for a specific product, like right off the bat, if you look at a product and you can't really determine exact brands that sell similar to it or it might have similar customers to the ones that you're trying to go after, then really just don't even try to go through that headache, okay? So let's say you're selling a regular phone case, right? If you don't mind me showing this right here, right? Like this phone case right here, right? I mean, it solves a problem. You can make that argument, protects your phone, but it's not connected to a specific passion or anything like that, right? I mean, it doesn't solve any other problem that a regular iPhone case doesn't. So this case right here wouldn't be such a good idea, although it does serve a problem because you don't know who to target. I mean, you could target all iPhone users, but that's just obviously way too broad, right?
Yeah.
But a case like we've promoted cases before where they have, specific designs on them that can relate to a specific niche. For example, there was a set of cases that we were promoting once where it had all different kinds of dogs, right? So like all cases, they had like different kinds of dogs. Like one had the Frenchies, the Bulldogs,
Yeah, that one's actually pretty genius.
Boston Terriers. And then, people could be like, hey, I have this dog, I'm gonna buy this case because I'm passionate about the dog that I have. So is intelligence your tool too? No, intelligence is what we try to make even better than that, so.
Yes, sir.
That's what we're recommending.
What do we got? Peter Maciel said, experts say it all the time to fail fast, building a brand takes time. Well, yeah, usually when the process of failing fast, you should be doing with other people's products, for example, the drop shipping model. Because again, the main goal is to master those skill sets, but there's no other way to master it than, attempting to use those skill sets and sell other people's products. It'd be much more beneficial to fail selling other people's products than it would for your own. I mean, think about that. If you spent a lot more time and you didn't know what you were doing and you went straight into just try to build a brand off the bat, well, then you have to go through not only all those expenses, time, and errors, but now you have to also go through the mistakes at the same time. So that's usually for us, that was our main approach, is to really learn how to sell other people's products and then transition on to being able to use those same skill sets for our own products and brands. So right now, we're actually in the middle of launching our own product, our own brand. We'll obviously keep you guys updated on that and kind of share the journey with you guys. But that's our main focus. So as of now, that's what we really focus on, is seeing what other products we can actually launch of our own and what other brands we can obviously work with. Let's see what else we got here. What do you guys got? Dang. Hell yeah, man. No problem.
Any questions for me?
Jimmy wants to know if you guys got any questions for him. the genius behind the camera.
The genius behind the camera. Do you guys got any questions?
Jimmy's eating Fruity Pebbles.
Oh, that's a good question. Though.
Anti-gains. They pop up here, but I think these guys. Yeah, I think we're just gonna wrap this one up. We're gonna start doing these a lot more often as well, obviously, because we can see that you guys get tremendous value from these. Somebody asked what color is your hair. Well, funny story. Wait, are you guys asking about Jimmy or me?
My hair, Juan's
Jimmy's hair, of course. So Jimmy's hair, he was going for this silver.
It was supposed to be silver. It was a 2-step process. The first step was to, dye it. Well, not dye it, bleach it blonde. But yeah,
you got the blonde now. He got the blonde.
It's like orange, I guess. I don't even know.
Got it. Jimmy's the man behind a lot of the content you guys see that comes from us. So. Michael asks, I'm coming from the P2P program. Can you do a recap of the other programs and softwares that you offer, please? Yeah, so I can do a quick recap. This dude, Jimmy. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, we mainly, obviously, a lot of you guys may already know about the P2P program. That's basically the fundamentals training program for e-commerce, where we cover everything from store creation all the way to launching your very first Facebook ad, to building your back end, to building a team, and that's obviously one of the fundamentals. After that, we also do have, to help with product research, we have the eComm Profits Buy, which took us a good amount of time and efforts to kind of get it to come together, but that's obviously a super helpful resource that you guys can use. It's going to make it a lot easier to find products, because when we were first getting started, I remember when we were back in San Diego, I would say a fourth, I would say more like a fifth of my day was all around product research. I would say the first thing we would focus on is, of course, getting everything good to go in the store. But the next thing after that I would focus on as a part of my daily routine is finding products, and consistently doing it can definitely take a lot of time. So the eComm Profits Buy is just going to make it a lot easier, because trust me, when I say I used to spend a lot of my time doing product research, we're talking about 2 or 3 hours a day, and I didn't have any resources. So obviously it was much harder. So maybe you guys wouldn't have to spend 2 to 3 hours a day with all the resources that there is now. But I would say you'd at least have to spend, I would say on average, anywhere from an hour and a half on a daily basis to do product research the right way. Because there's a difference between looking for products on AliExpress and just looking at the orders, and doing product research the right way, like how we teach inside of our trainings, using different resources to make sure that the products that you're researching are actually eligible and quality products to actually test. Because just using AliExpress for product research is not going to cut it. There's absolutely no way. You need to be able to check with other resources and tools to make sure that those products, there's actually been interest shown on those products, and that's kind of what we teach in our programs as well. So we have the eComm Profits Buy tool, which helps with finding products. We also have an inner circle. That's honestly by application process only, because we do have to have an understanding as far as who we're working with, and it does take a lot of our time, because it's a lot more personal and direct, where we get direct access to you guys, and you guys get direct access to us, and we work hand in hand. So to find out more about the inner circle, actually, that's something that you do have to kind of check in with the coaches to see if we do have any spots available, because we focus on working with groups, and then once we work with this group for a specific time, we then open it back up and work with a new group. And then we also have the live events. So for those of you guys that aren't looking for just another kind of course, or maybe you do want to find out more about the inner circle, but you want to see how we kind of work in person, you guys can check out the live event. And the workshop, actually, I like to call it more of a workshop, because it's not going to be as much of an event. This is going to be a lot more technical, where you guys literally bring your laptops in, you bring your notepads, and we're literally going to start from the ground up, everything from how to set up the right kind of Shopify store, all the way to how to launch your very first Facebook ad. So we're going to compress that into a workshop. So you guys can also find out more about the workshop by checking in with the coaches. They're going to know. I think we're limited to, based on the location that we have, about 20 people. So it is first come, first serve. So you guys can check in with them. They'll let you know how many available spots we have left. But yeah, that should be fun. The last one we did in Boston was a blast. And you guys will probably see some of those clips from there. on the page if you do check out the workshop. But yeah, any more questions I can help out with? Let me know if that answers your question as well. I know that was specifically for Michael. I know you asked about what else we have to offer. Show us the profit spy. It's like I couldn't like physically show you, but you can check it out for sure. You can get a free 3-day trial on it too. So
I can possibly put it up in here.
I think soon might be able to actually pull it up to show you guys. Yeah, this software tool is a game changer simply because it literally just reduces the amount of products you have to test to find a winning product. That's the easiest way I can explain the software itself. If you can go from having to test 12 to 15 products to bringing that down to, 6 to 8 products, I mean, I personally would do that, but obviously for you guys, you can check it out. Do a workshop in New Orleans. We're planning on doing one actually in Miami. I don't know how far that is from you, but.
So this is on my iPad, guys. Hopefully you guys can see a little bit clearly here. But as you guys can see, eComm Profit Spy here, we changed the look of it completely and the feel of it as well. To just start pointing out, for example, right, I was talking about females, so the first, most recent one, obviously, all these girls that are makeup artists and whatnot, highly recommend these for their lighting. So that's one. Then you got these ear candles as well that are selling real well. But let's just take this, for example, this light right here. So if you just tap on that, click view details. Then it's going to go ahead and tell you what category it's in. You can always select by category, but the first thing you're going to get is just the product description right there that you can literally copy and paste into your store. And not only does it show the features as well, but also the benefits. Okay, most people who are marketing online these products, they only promote or market the features of it. So it's like black, made out of plastic, right? Features like the physical attributes. But we also give the benefits, right? So also the benefits of the product as well, which is what sells. And then we go ahead and give you guys the numbers on the product itself. So how much it's going to cost you, the expense, how much you can retail it for, and all that good stuff. Profit margins. We go ahead and give you guys the analytics, how many reviews and orders. Like all these links right here that you guys see, it says links. So you got the first one, AliExpress, for a direct link. Yeah, we can press that one. So as you guys can see here, straight to the AliExpress page where it shows you the best rated supplier for the best rate as well. So there's no guesswork on picking because there's obviously multiple suppliers for each product. Then you can go ahead and Alibaba if you want to order something in wholesale and white label it. You got yourself Amazon if you want to check out some competitors on there. eBay. And then the best one of my favorites, is store selling this item. So you guys can go ahead and check out the competitors. And literally right below it is their Facebook ad. So I'll go ahead and open it up. Super quick too, super responsive. Something we made sure that we include in there. When you click the Facebook ad, literally pulls up their Facebook ad right there. So, music, everything. Yeah, we'll definitely be notifying you guys the day before too, Paclau. That's the ad for it. You can see all of their engagements, the exact copy that they have as well. You guys can see this is the store, right? The store that's promoting it, the exact price, how they're like insane, right? This is the #1 store crushing this item. I mean, hey, we might as well just throw this on our store too, right? Look at this. Like, this is how we pick our products, guys, all right? It's literally, we just go on here, we're like, hey, look, this looks legit. It's product research. I mean, it doesn't have to be complicated, I feel like, right?
It was
when we first, but when you have something like this, I mean, it literally just pulls back the curtain on, the majority of it. So keep going, advanced targeting, age range, buyer reviews, like insane. So yeah, guys, this is definitely should consider this.
Yeah.
If anybody else out there, hey, this one's reserved for us.
All right, guys. So, yeah, we're gonna wrap this one up. Make sure you guys stay tuned for the next one. The next session will obviously cover anything we didn't get to cover today. But yeah, any last minute questions? Gonna end this off here. All right. Cool, guys. Well, we appreciate all of you guys hopping on here. I hope you guys got value from this live set. Oh, I think it just, Samir's phone just did something there. Hope you guys got value from this live session. For those of you guys that didn't get to hop on here, no worries, you can hop on the next one. But yeah, make sure for the next one you guys bring questions ready. We'll hop on here again and get right to it. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the one next week. Hope you guys have a great night. Peace. This one. Boom.